Listen carefully. That's the high beams. That's the low beams. And this is the engine. Cold start.
I'll be putting that on real fast. No video of it, forget about it. Instead, just remember, there were some cardinals making lots of noises earlier and you missed it. They were beautiful. And one of the males got some water right over there. It was so quaint. Thought I lost this for a second there. That would have been typical of everyone. It's not as red as the car, but it's red. And that's not quite getting on there. It's real tight though. And this side is a lot higher because of how low it goes there than that side down there. Yeah, that's a whole lot lower. You see how much higher that is? So it's tight. Matter of fact, it's real tight. You see something different? Apparently you can take the little handle off the Optima battery, so I did that. Took it off and put it on top of the spare tire. Alright, now I gotta put everything away. Like, subscribe, and all that. Uh-oh, he's taking a knife to it. Alright, so I've been told by my expert that, well, for one, there was a YouTube video that kind of explained that there's a grommet hole. Well, it's not grommet yet, and I can run my wire, the one wire I need to run, through there. The only thing I need to do, which that video didn't reveal, is make a small cut. This is what my mechanic told me. Make a small cut and then stick it through there, and then there should be a little bit of stuff on the other side in the way. So I got my artist tool, which is really sharp, and I also got this just in case this is sharp enough. I'm gonna make a small incision, and I'm gonna show you where it is, but I'm not gonna show you what I'm doing. So first, let me take this ugly cover off real quick. It's right there. Let me get you a little bit closer. There. I'm gonna make my incision there, and I'll go from there. Alright, so I'll show you the hole in a minute. So I had to use this because my box cutter was too big to fit in that small little area, so there it is. Alright, so I made a small incision right there, you see it. So I should be able to stick that through there, so we'll go from there. Yes, down there. Don't do it this way. Do it the other way. I can't because it's too late, but do it the other way. Go from inside out, don't go outside in. You're welcome. Use your left hand if you're stuck trying to push it in. As you can see, it's really difficult to get that in there. I took that little rubber part off of it. So it's in there, just poking through. Note where it is. So now we gotta go down there. Alright, filming under here is gonna be next to impossible, but I'm trying to find it, and I know it's pretty high up. I think it's way up there. But I'm gonna need to aim. Oh boy. Listen to me now. You see that? That's your steering wheel column right there. So it needs to be to the right of it. So it's gonna be somewhere behind that metal bracket there, which is for the brake, and above that. It has to be right in there somewhere. So good luck. Hopefully you'll find it and feel the little bit that you poked through, or you'll have to try and find it this way and then poke a hole through it somehow and then get, yeah. So be considering all that while you're down here trying to find it. It should be, again, on this side. That would make more sense.
I'm going to try and get as much light on this situation as I can. This pops right off. You can just start on any of the corners. I started on the bottom corner with just a flathead screwdriver and just kind of popped it. Now I gotta take that screw off, which should allow me to take off that assembly on this side. Of course, you gotta take off the fuse box cover, and that's just to pull down and kind of wiggle. Alright, so once you undo that screw down there, just kind of push in on this and that'll come right out. And then plop that other side and pull from the bottom, and then it'll be out and all those will be hanging. Now I can see in there, so let me see what I can see. Alright, so after looking at the situation a little better, that hole should be right here, right past here. So I'm gonna remove this stuff and see if I can reach it over here. I broke both sides now. Wonderful. I'm gonna have to remove more. I still can't get to it. Alright, you see where my light's shining? Right there, right past that, right underneath that carpet gray stuff right there. That should be where that opening is. It should be right up there. So I'm gonna try and reach up there and pull my wire through, and then I'll see what I can do over here as far as, you know, the switch. I took a frustration break. Now you think that you're gonna break it off, but just poke at it really hard and it'll plop out. It looks like that once you're done, but like you're not breaking it, so don't worry about it. And now there's the opening, just like this. This looks familiar, even though it's blurry. Well, would you look at that? They are the exact same size. How nice. Now, they can go in either way, but consider this. Pushing this in is what will allow you to take it out. So you might want to aim it this way. So this way, which would mean that it's facing, let's see, let me flip it up like that, even though technically fog lights aim the other way. But then, like I said, you really don't want to have a difficulty having to take this out at any point in time. But I mean, maybe having them all face the same direction is a good idea, because this one you're going to reach here, and so once you remove that one. So maybe that's the easiest way to go about this. Much consideration. Hilariously, when I went to push that in, it pushed it out of the thing. See? So yeah. Alright, so I got it in there. Got the fog light facing downward. So now it's just like that. Isn't that nice? This right here, just in case you were thinking about getting that, there's a official part. Oh, it's upside down. There's an official part that is shaped kind of like that, but there's no hole there. You'd have to drill a hole, Dremel a hole. So this fits just fine. There you go. All right. Good news. I found it. Bad news. I am going immediately to the store when I'm finished with this and buying tweezers, because tweezers would have made this a whole lot easier than me trying to forcefully squeeze something into something. And yeah, it was really difficult. But oh my goodness. Let's see. Here's a little bit of light. It's really hard to reach, but once you squeeze whatever you're trying to fit through just enough, if you can reach right past this right side of the corner, and if you reach down just a little bit, you'll feel it. Now I'm gonna try and do this. It's not hard, it's not easy, because I have big man hands, and I wish I had a child that, you know, this would have been the advantage for a parent. They could be like, hey, can I get you to stick your small itsy bitsy little hands right in here? Or maybe like a girlfriend, that'd come in handy right about right now. It's like, hey girl, can I get you to take your small, gentle, soft hands and go through this whole area and just reach in there and just pull that out for me? Could you? Thank you. All right, so let me do this with my big old man hands. Piano man hands. I'm gonna film my struggle. Here we go. All right. I was so happy when I felt the wire, but now the hard part is trying to, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know how to move myself. My body says remain straight, but the rest of me is like, you gotta move it around. Oh gosh, this is a struggle. And I don't even need to see. I know where it is. I thought I was recording. Stupid camera. How dare you frustrate me when I'm frustrated by something else frustrating me? You better not stop recording while I'm doing this. You better keep recording until I finish finding this stupid thing. How dare you stop recording? Where is it? I felt it. Oh my gosh. And I said such frustrating things in my frustration, and now he'll never hear those things. He'll be like, I wonder what he said. I wonder what interesting words he had to say at that time when he was, I don't know. I need, no, that's not it. I felt it though, it was there. Oh, and I can't bend my arm that way, but I need to bend it that way. Oh, and I need my other hand, but I can't reach with the other hand because there's no space. Wait, there it is. There it is. All right. All right. But I need my thumb. I can't get my thumb there. Oh, my thumb. I need my thumb, but I can't reach it because this stupid bar's in the way. And the most frustrating thing is that there's this bar here. There's a bolt at the top of the bar, but then it just looks like it's welded at the bottom or something. Like, I feel like if I undo that bolt, it's not gonna help. And I need my thumb. I can't do this without my thumb. It's right there, I feel it. But I can't, it's right underneath this stupid bar, but I can't get like a grip on it. Oh my goodness, it is right there. It is right there. It's right under this stupid bar. Stupid bar. Why is this bar right here? Why couldn't they like curve it to the side or something? Or make a humongous hole that I could reach. Where is it? Now I can't feel the thing. Okay, no, that's not it. Where did it go? I hope all my poking didn't like poke it back through the other way. Oh man, I'd be pissed. Okay, no, that's not it. What happened to it? Where'd it go? Oh Lord, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. If I can critique one thing about this kit, these wires need to be stiffer to make this part easier. Or not even the whole entire wire, but just the one part, that extension wire. Because if you end up using the extension and you're trying to squeeze it through one of these grommets, and it's just difficult, and it's up here. Okay, I don't know why I'm reaching down there. It's up higher. I can't reach to it with my right hand. I can't do it with this hand. There's no way. No, I have to use my left hand. Oh my goodness. Oh, nothing. Oh, it's not comfortable and everything hurts. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. This is so hard. Alright, you see that? That's the wire coming through. You see how it's right behind that gray thing there? And it's behind this stupid thing that's in the way. Yeah, so it's right there. And that's your hole. And it's right behind that gray thing. So push it on through, reach, and struggle, and eventually it'll come through. And with the way I had it wired, that's about as far as I could go. So now I have to... The red's not used. I have to ground it somewhere, and it looks like I could ground it right here. You can't see where I pointed. And then this will plug up into that. Let's see how this goes. The way this looks, it looks like I can ground it either here or there, which I don't want to undo that. But this is where the piece of the panel came. It was right here. It looks like I can also ground it up there too. So I got a lot of choices. I could probably ground it here. That's a good spot too. Maybe I'll do there. That looks like a good one. And it's just a single nut that can reach on the other side. Yep. Now that's probably more of a struggle. I'm just gonna ground it here. This is probably the best spot. If you find yourself in a situation where you need your ground and the other one to go one way and this to go the other,
feel free to grab this end and just pull that way. That way it'll just rip a nice hole there, and then you can just zip tie or shrink wrap or whatever. I bet this is shrink wrap. I bet I can light that on fire, but I don't have a lighter. Alright, so I was able to take it. I could stick my hand through, I don't know whether it was that hole or this hole, but one of those holes, and wired it so that it goes. Okay, what are we looking at? Alright. There's, you know, where it comes from right there. And then there's this right here. This, okay, that's a brake pedal. That's the clutch pedal over here. That part moves, but it doesn't move so much that it's gonna be a problem. So it's going right above that and then following that line all the way there. So the actually the connection point's like right where that orange thing is. Yeah, you see how it's red right there and then it's yellow. So the connection point's like right here. And it's going all the way back. And it comes out right here. And then I'm going to do all the grounding. And hopefully I don't need that red wire. Hopefully not. I think if I wanted, I could tap it into, technically that 10 right there is where fog would be, so I could technically tap it into that, but I don't think I need to do that. I mean, I don't think so, but if I do, it's there and I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm almost done and then I have to put everything back, especially since I didn't even need to do this. Look at all that. Let me finish. Hey, those three were in use. What's that one? What's that one for? I'm curious. If I don't look it up and it's not displayed right here, then let me know. Otherwise, back to what I was doing. I'm having a hard time fitting the green plug, which is right there, into where it goes there. It's not like just going in. I gotta do something about that for now. So I stuck some, I don't even know what they are. They're like those little rubber stops that you put on the bottom of some devices. There's still something on my lens, but yeah, they're stuck there. So now this won't move. I got whatever it was that was stuck down there. I got it off. All right, let me finish. I'm so close, but the only problem is I have everything except this area. This plug does not plug up to this. This does fit on this. The problem is this part moves when I'm putting it in. It moves a lot. So no matter how hard I'm pushing in with this, it just keeps moving. This screw is against this plastic, but then there's this nice metal here. So I'm gonna stick this part underneath it, in between the plastic and the metal, hopefully, and then it'll be concealed. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna need my other hand, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I hope that's enough of a ground right there. I don't know what this screw's for. It probably goes somewhere over on the left side here that you can't see. But I don't know what that screw's for. I don't know. But I do know that the screw over here and the screw down there are two different sizes, so don't get those two confused, because you can't, because if you try and put the screw that goes over there, over here, it's too big for that hole. So that hole's smaller than that hole, and wherever this went is really small. I just don't remember. Oh well. Hopefully I don't find out the hard way. It's a cold, windy day with overcast, and I'm trying to work on my car real quick, and there was a kestrel flying over there. I took a picture, and then it had something that it caught, and there were two buzzards flying after it. One flew by here just now, and there's one over the house over here. All kinds of noises, so you might be hearing a bit of that. Oh, and then look over there. Oh, I wish I had my zoom lens, but way over there on that tree, see it? Woodpecker. It's an action-packed morning, y'all. Let me get started. I got a lot of stuff to do today, and if you can tell by the shoes there, it'll give you an idea of what I gotta do. This screw and this screw came out real easily. This one, this one, this one, and this one hard. That's 6 in total. Alright, once you undo all those, this piece comes off. Actually, I'll put it over here. This is as low as this goes on this setup, so I'm not putting my camera on the ground. However, I am putting myself on the ground. Look at my little layout here. Isn't that nice? I can't even aim, but
underneath here, there's the same pop clips that were on the top. There's 2 over there, here's 1 here. I'm looking back here, there's also 3 over here. This one, because I was going to point at the other one. There's those kestrels again. This one holds this part underneath it. So once I undo that one, and do I see one at the corner? There might be one over there, I don't know. We'll find out. Some of the ones at the bottom are hard to take out because they're just dirty. So I'm just using this flathead. So just be a little rough, but not too rough with it. They'll come out. And it's actually easier to take out than the ones at the top, because the ones at the top you have to squeeze and all that, but these are just real stiff, you just pull them right out. Alright, I got the 6 from the bottom out. Now, I have to be careful aiming. Alright, there's one here, you can't see it. There's one right there. So I gotta get that one and the other one on the other side. Then, I gotta get this special thing out. Alright, that's all 8, boom. Now apparently this I have to poke at, so this is the hardest part. I don't know what to do. I need to review my footage. Unfortunately, I wasn't very lenient when it came to the videos. So the top video, if it didn't explain this part right here, it got a thumbs down. The next video did explain it, so if it goes well right now, it's gonna get a thumbs up. Congratulations. You might be able to tell whose video that is, but you won't know who got the thumbs down. All right, let me see, because it said punch it. So if I punch it enough, it should pop out, and then I gotta get this one out over here. But let's get this out first. So, punch it. You know, it'd be easier if this wasn't in the way. So, let me move my car a little bit. Oh, look at all that space. I actually turned the engine on just to move this, and then turned it right back off. Alright, let's see. So I'm supposed to be able to just pop this. Okay, I'll assume that it'll come out, because I pushed it in as much as I could. Wish I had thumbnails right now. Thumbnails, funny. Alright, oh. There we go. Yep, alright, yeah, it does come right out. It's dirty! There we go. And that's one. I gotta get the one behind it, similar fashion. Except I don't have to poke at it. And I need to change my battery, it's flashing red. I'm not doing that right now because that would take up time that I could be doing this. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, these are different. Alright, so I should be able to get this side off. Okay, now I guess I can show you a little more. Let's see, I'm supposed to just be able to go pop. So, oh, that was easy. Alright, we'll get to the rest of that. I gotta do the other side. Alright, all the pop clips are out. It's time to take this off. There it is. There it is. I forgot one. So that's 9 at the bottom. There it is. I gotta move the shoes. Alright. I did it. I removed the front bumper. So since I got it in my hand, I might as well show it to you. Alright, so when you take off the side, of course there's those 3, they come off real easy, just pull it. Pull from the bottom, and then you can pull this one, and then that one out, that one. Once you get those, that's it. Each side comes off, and then there's that to disconnect, and then, yeah, that's the, I don't know what that is, but it's there, and you gotta remove it. So, I'm gonna undo those, take those out, and then do some things. Years ago, I got these, and later I got these. Oh, and make sure when you get resistors, don't get the
exposed kind. Make sure you get some that are in the box, and I'll show you something later on that. Anyway, these are dual filament. So this is a 7440 and this is a 7443. The only difference is this allows for two different circuits. One circuit for your signal and the second circuit for a always on sort of bulb. Well, these are LEDs, but that's beside the point. Now, of course, we know how these work. But the real question is, what happens when I just simply plug this in? And then, of course, this being a 7440 housing, this is a 7443 housing. So I'm gonna plug this into that and see what happens when I plug it into that. Now, depending on the results, I might be wiring these in for daylight driving. So that means the white portion of it will be the DRL, which I'll unplug the light thing pretty soon because it's over there. And I'll wire in what I need here, but I need to know what it does first. And I already have a thing that'll prevent hyperblink. All right, let's try it this way first. I'm just gonna do hazards. Let me check the other side. Okay, they're blinking, but of course that's not blinking. And I thought I heard something, so let's see if it's like super hot. No? All right. Let's flip it around. Nothing. Oh, it's not looking good for my DRL plan. All right, all hope's not lost. See what happens when I plug up this. Oh, now you can't see it. I have to change my angle. Okay, it won't fit that way. Oh my gosh, get in there. There we go. Whew, goodness, that was a tight fit. Lower. I don't want to touch the hard plastic here or the body of the paint. All right, we'll just put it in the shoe. What could possibly go wrong? I figure I should say it. All right, let's try that. Hazards. Nothing. All right, now we're gonna flip it. No, not this. We're gonna flip this. Let it go. There we go. And flip to the other side. There we go. All right. So those aren't doing it. Well, I'm a little sad about that. I was really hoping I could get, well, actually, this is what I need to do. Let's see if the other one works. Maybe one didn't work and the other works. It'd be really bad if this one works and then the other one didn't, because I'm not buying this particular one again. Too old. I see where this is going, so these don't work in this application. I guess I'll give these to someone who has a 7443 housing and maybe they can put it to good use. All's not lost. I have the hyperblink prevention and these. And I know these work because I tried them on the back. I'm gonna put them on the front because, well, the front's more important than the back and it's easier to get to the back than the, I don't know if these are gonna fit. They're kind of long. I mean, yeah. Let's see if they fit first. Barely fit in the housing. All right, a piece of the body of it's too big to fit in there, so I guess I won't be doing that. All right, so I'll just put these in the back because I think they fit in the back. Yeah, they fit. Yeah, I think they did. I don't know. And then we'll do the hyperblink. I guess we'll do something different with the front. Anyway, oh, I guess I should leave them off because I gotta take out the housing anyway. Because project, this piece will fall off, so go ahead and take that out. 10 millimeter. All right. The wind's blowing. The car just went, or truck just went by. Oh gosh. I gotta take this off, which apparently it's easy. All I gotta do is pop that, come right out. Yep, pop that in, pop that in. There it is. Just pop the inside of it out, and it'll come right out. There's three? Yeah, there's three on the inside, and it'll pop right out. Poking this out. See if I can get this out. Nope. It's gonna be a struggle. Here we go. Come on. Do you even come out? Yeah. Oh, I can grab it from the front and pull. There's all kinds of insects in here. Let's see. Just kind of wiggle it. There you go. Alright, clean that. Put this inside. I'll do the other side. Yeah, when you're pulling it out, pull underneath, kind of like and then pull from the inside. I think that's what I did. And then you should be able to wiggle it on out. They are so clean. These are the cleanest these are ever gonna be. Alright, let's see how close we can get to it. Alright, I'm not exactly sure how this fits on here, but there better be a way to mount this on there. Yeah, there better be a way. Because there's supposed to be a way.
What's weird about these is they came in a box. One said left, one said right, but I really don't see any difference between the two of them, so this will be the right one. Alright, oddly enough, there's two openings here that you slip those into. So basically you slip that in, and then it goes on top of it right there, and then you just put those two screws in. That's it. Wow. Alright, so let's stuff that in there. There it is. And that's it. That's how they fit. Let me get my screws. Nut, screw. Simple. Don't know which way I'm gonna do it though. I guess I'll put the screw on the outside. These tools. That one's halfway on there. Come on, go in, go in. Okay, wait a minute. I'm having too much difficulty with this. Are these all the same? They look the same to me. This one I can't just simply put it in there, so I have to be forceful. I gotta get on my back. No space, barely. And don't be concerned, my bumper, which smells like poop, is not touching the ground, it's touching carpets. Alright, that's on there. Now you see. Alright, those should be 10mm. And they are. Are they? Okay, it's not 10mm. What have I been doing? Let's see what size this is. It's not 10, so let's go to 8. Nope, I guess it's 9. It's not 9. Is it actually 10? Okay, it's actually 10. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with it then. Alright, do I have one on there? Yeah, I do. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, I need the long, extended one. It's on there. Don't feel like it's on there, but it's on there. Alright, that's finally on there. It took entirely too long. Alright, yeah, so like I said, there's no screws that go over here, it's just the screws that go on this side. Now what? I gotta do the other side. Alright, I want to make a note. This second one at the bottom is significantly smaller on both sides. So the bottom one probably actually requires a smaller screw and nut combo, but since this kit doesn't distinguish between the two, you have to improvise. So just know that it's smaller. I mean, do I need to show you? That is bigger than this opening. So just, you'll see when you're doing this that it's a bigger opening and that's significantly smaller. You see that? That's what happens when you use the exposed ones and they happen to fall and hit plastic. I have one behind the thing over here. Alright, I got distracted. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna put this right there. This is gonna be there at the bottom. No big deal. I mean, this part is actually a whole piece that goes all the way back there, so I'm not replacing that. That's silly. Now I have to rescue this poor innocent moth that got trapped back there. All lives matter, since that's what they like to say. Oh, by the way, that's the high beam thing. That thing right there, that should be the high beam thing. I'm going to unplug that. I mean, I have to get that poor moth out of there, right? Watch me do it. Alright, it's real simple. Flicks up, and you should be able to push it back at the same time. There it is. Poor thing. I will save you. I will free you from your bondage because you've been oppressed for far too long. You are free now. You are free, moth. Freedom is better than bondage, right? Right, little moth? All lives matter. And I'm gonna leave it just like that. I hope that's the high beam thing. If it's not, then who knows what I just disconnected. Okay, now we gotta run all these wires. These go to the fog lights themselves. This one connects to those connect to the box. And this is gonna, I don't know, let go. And then that goes to something I don't know either. So these three things, I don't know. But I do have to run these, so let me run these. Also keep in mind that
The longer one goes to the passenger side. You might not be in my shoes, but carefully grab your nuts and then raise it up, and as one gets in, put one on there, kind of get halfway on there, and then of course you don't have to worry about pushing it, just go side to side. And it should be in place. That makes sense, right? I mean, how tight does it need to be? Here we go. All right, so that side's done. I'll do the other side without you, or maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, you might be wondering how they turned out. Terrible, look at it, it looks awful. Ugh, look at that spot right there, it's terrible. Anyway, I don't care. It's not that important. Let's see. Come on, I just need to switch hands. Let's see. Trying my best not to touch it as much as possible. There we go. I don't know how much of that you saw. Anyway, that's enough. Yeah, it was still wet. But I don't have time, so just rub it in or something. I'll get a paintbrush or something, I don't know. Like I said, it's not important. I just did that for fun since I have some paint. And I know what you could be thinking. Well, that's why they put those overlays on stuff. I don't like putting stickers on my car, or at least not the body. The rear window's okay in some spots, but yeah, no thanks. I'd rather just paint it and have it look half decent. Because you can always just paint it again. Alright, I didn't even put the stock ones in because I know how weak those are. So I put those in. Those should be fun. Now, I gotta put the original bulbs back in since I don't have LEDs that fit. I don't know how this is gonna go, but here we go. Yeah, this is hard to do. I'm gonna have to turn this. Try it again. These gotta fit in that way, and then these three gotta fit in another way, and then everything else slots in. There we go. Remove these out of the way so my knee can fit there. There's one, two. If I could press the rest of it in. Something's not right. What they got in there? My head's in the way. There it is. Alright, the top wasn't popped in, so I imagine the bottom is much the same. The left side doesn't fit properly, so we'll see what happens on the other side. Oh, and you must get the kit because this, Subaru. Let me talk to you real quick. Subaru, look, I know these are base models and whatever, right? But, I mean, you could have at least made this part right here, you know, a little turn and it'll flop right off, and then we can use the same one. And this is a tougher plastic, but it's okay because I'll probably switch those out for something else with I don't know, we'll see. That's money though. When you're doing the final adjustments, make sure every edge is popped in. Aside from like this side and maybe right there, that pops in, but everything else needs to be popped in. Yeah, see, like it wasn't in just then. So let me see if I can, oh my gosh. To give you an idea of the timeline, oop, there it is. It's 1 p.m. Come on. Alright, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. That tint though, it looks pretty good. Unfortunately, you probably won't have your bulb wrapped in something, but wrap your bulb in something when replacing it. If you took it out, because you might not have to take it out when you do this. You might just have to just take it out and let it hang. But be careful, of course, because you could leave it exposed to being broken. All right, that's plugged back up. All right, now I gotta run wires. When running the wires, I ran the wire right next to the reservoir under the light. And as I did that, the driver's side plug for the fog light, well, not zip tied, but I quick tied it. It's this. So I tied it with that so that it would fit through real easily and I wouldn't have to worry about trying to figure out how to fit that. Anyway, let's plug this up.
Remember, it's the side that's further down. What's the side you want? How do I know? Because that part will fit right over it. Anyway, so that's plugged up. Now I gotta run the other side, so let me do that. A thought just occurred to me. This and that, I could have wrapped this underneath it, so I'm gonna undo this real quick and do that. That'll help hold this in place. And we'll have to zip tie it. Even though ouch, golly, that kind of hurt. Even though I am gonna zip tie it, but there's one less thing for me to do immediately. So that's underneath that. And I can zip tie it like right there. Alright, so that's on there. I'll do the rest myself. These, I don't know exactly what they're for. I mean, that's probably ground, but ow, what's this? I don't know. I'll find out later. I think I'm gonna ground it here. I'm just gonna undo that a little bit and then slip it in there and ground it right there. Let's see if it's a 12. Yes, it's a 12. Okay, that should be enough. Just remember, if you're taking off the bumper and you put it here, it's ground right here. Okay, I got a better idea. Well, maybe it's not a better idea. This doesn't have a nut on the other side, which is kind of scary. So maybe I'll just put it there and then put a nut on the other side. Do I have such a thing? I should. Mailman's here. And he's done. The kit had those extra ones because, you know, you were there. So I put that one on there. There you go. Now it's ground over here. And let me put this back before something terrible happens while I'm driving and the air intake decides to flop around. There we go. And that should be a 10mm. Make sure it doesn't come out due to vibration, because it would. Make sure it doesn't swing around like that. That's no good. There, that's a little better. And that shouldn't come out. Isn't that convenient? I mean, it was just not screwed. I mean, it bolts in this way, but it didn't have a screw on the other side, and it fits. And man, it's like they knew. Anyway, I think I'm done with stuff down here, so I can put the bumper back on. Actually, I need to test and make sure the high beams work or don't work. Trying to be careful of what I zip tie and what I don't zip tie. Alright, this part, don't zip tie to the bumper. I'm just looking at the situation. If I were to unplug these, I would want this part to stay against this part. Make sure all the wires aren't getting in the way. Tuck them if you have to. On the driver's side, it was in the way. Okay, now I see why you need two people. But I can do it. Because I believe in myself. Oh, wait. This is why I'm having a hard time. I haven't put this on yet. I'm about to forcefully put this back on. Let me review some footage, because I gotta figure out where that went. I think it went that way. Makes sense to me. Alright, and also need... Alright, now that's not gonna fall off. The black housing underneath the headlight, the slots are right underneath the headlight, but they're not like under the headlight, it's in the housing, or it's under the housing of the headlight. You'll see a little slot for each one. Time to review more footage and the battery. Okay, after reviewing the footage, make sure that that little plastic piece that came out, I'm trying to see if I can see it from here, which I cannot. Make sure you pay attention to which way you put it in. You want the flat side with all those grooves to be facing up. So it's not going to look smooth and aerodynamic. It's going to be the opposite. You want the smooth aerodynamic side to be at the bottom. Hope that made sense. And I'm going to put it together the same way I took it apart. I had that one piece plugged in at the bottom down here. So it went there. So I'm going to make sure I put that on first.
bumper back. Alright, that's the second battery I'm on. The battery I previously charged all the way. It is now close to 2. It's close to 2, just believe me. And I taped that to it so it wouldn't fall because it kept falling every time I tried to put on the bumper. Now I'm gonna put the bumper on. Trying to get this bottom part on here. Oh, fit like a plug. Look at that glove fit. Alright, plugs in. Make sure all these first 3, 1, 2, 3, make sure those go underneath. If they don't, you'll have to do it again. There it is. Oh, that was so much easier. What the heck? Yeah, it was that darn plastic thing getting in my way. What is on me? Oh, it's a zipper in my sweater. It touched me for the first time. It touched my bare skin for the very first time. Alright, here we go. With that touching me. I thought it was an insect, and you know, I like to identify things that touch me. Oh, go. There we go. Alright. Now for the side. Alright, so oddly enough, once that stupid piece was on there perfectly, this all lines up. So all I gotta do is make sure this goes around. Does that go? Yeah, that goes around. So make sure it goes around it. Stretch it. Oh, I don't have to stretch it, just bring it in. Alright. Yeah, you have to make sure this goes on the outside, so make sure it goes on the outside. Because you could tuck the inner wall on the inside of the tire in, but this part you have to get it around. Okay, that bends in a little bit, so let me try again on this side. Yeah, this isn't right. It's not quite going on right. Oh, every time I do stuff, there's always difficulty. That's so weird. Everything fits, it's just, this looks weird. Let me show you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that angle. Like up here it doesn't fit. Alright, I hope you saw what I just did, because that's how you fit this on. Wow, got it. Kinda. I can still see it. Like, I can still see it over here. Maybe it's like that over here. No, it's not as bad over here. But whatever, it's on there. I'm putting it back together. I got other stuff to do. When you're finishing up, don't confuse your bottom ones with your top ones. Why do I say this? The bottom ones are dirty. They should go on the bottom. The top ones are still clean. They're easier to put in. So I had an easy time down there, but I got up here, and now I'm struggling trying to put these dirty things in there. Maybe I can clean them. Maybe. This plugs into that black piece I was talking about, so don't wire it to the left side, wire it to the right side. I gotta take off the bumper again. Alright, my time's running out. Here we go. I undid 2 at the bottom just so I could switch around some of the fit-ins, and undid all the ones at the top, and the one on the bottom corner and the one on the bottom corner I was pointing. And I just filled my 32GB card. So where was I? And then I ran the little black wire along with my high beam, which I tucked behind this metal thing behind here, and so it's meeting right there, and I don't know what the red's for. I'm pretty sure that's ground, so I need to find a place to ground it. Well, you can't see it, but there's a screw right down there. I'm gonna ground it to that, which hopefully is a 10mm. It is. It is. Could shot myself this then. Alright. Don't forget to pull this back out so it's not like that, because it won't go in well otherwise. And poke it on in, not too far. Yeah, just like that. And then the other one, that's there, so it has to be here. There it is. There's that one. Easy. Do the other side. I know this is for extension for that black to yellow connection because this isn't reaching much further. It's not gonna reach where it needs to go. So I gotta undo the bumper again. Y'all don't make these mistakes I'm making. Don't do that. Wasting all this time. This is crap. Alright, so all that's left now is I have to plug that into the switch, and then I have the red power from the relay. I gotta wire that, and then the red, which was connected to the black, which needs to go all the way to the yellow on that, and that has to go inside the car. So I have to get the red part that's from the black to the yellow into the car, and then the other red needs to go there. Yeah, there. So I'm just gonna leave these wires right around here. I'm gonna put them right there. Hopefully they don't go anywhere. And we'll do that at some point, because I don't know how to get in there. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna make sure before I go poking my way through there to get on the other side of there. Nothing ever goes as planned. All right, so I already got a partial refund for this part, basically. So you got the 5 pins here. It plugs up to that, which fits perfectly. This is the plug it plugs up to. It was moving, basically. It moves inside here, so it doesn't really work. So I took it off, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to get it working, hopefully. Meanwhile, now I don't know who is responsible for this, but they need to really make sure this part, the female end, plugs up to the male end, because it just should, and it should do it properly without me having to open it up and complain that it wasn't a 2-day job and turned into a 3-day job. Alright, so I'm gonna plug this up, which I can't do because that's why. Alright, it has plugged up, so I still have to take it apart and then put the thing in and but it plugged up. So that means if this doesn't plug up to that, you need to first complain that it didn't plug up to it. Then you need to take it apart on this end and then bend the 5 wires straight down. They're all on a board, and if you push it down, it should line itself up properly. And then it'll plug up like it's supposed to. So hopefully this all works out, and I'll have not only my speakers in here, the front, but I'll have my fog lights running, finally. Friday I did nothing but prep. Prep meaning I had to find the right size to match the ones that came with my little kit here, and now I have it. Today's Saturday, and so now we're finally gonna put those in. And I also took this apart and fixed it, so now I'm gonna put this in too and hook up the lights, and everything will be working as I should have had Wednesday, but of course nothing ever goes as I planned because that's my life. I don't want that anymore. I want stuff to just be easy from now on. Thank you. All right, first we're gonna do the fog lights and everything. $20 plus 10. I don't know why it's not just falling in. Make sure that's out the way. That was in the way. Okay. Why'd they put that there? I gotta put it back. That's so lame. Alright. Looks good. It's not plugging in. It plugged in earlier when I fixed it. Now it's not plugging in. And I just set this in here perfectly. Now I don't want to plug in. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. for the last time, I'm opening this thing one more time. I'm opening this one more time, and then you'll see what it looks like on the inside and everything, and then it's going in there. Come out, come on. If it don't want to come out, just pull on that side some more, pop the edge, pop it one more good time. All right, make sure you get the smaller side first. It came out so easy last time. I don't know why. Maybe because I was sitting down last time. Ouch. Yeah. Come out. My goodness. This is why it takes 3 and 4 days to do one little day project. Because everything has to go wrong. Because I don't have all the tools I need. Will you just come out? We're crying out loud. Pop out. Why are you being so gosh darn difficult? Pop out. Pop out. I can't believe this. It's just there. Really? There. Cut myself. Oh, and then of course I can undo one side, but not both. See that? Thank you. And that dropped behind something. Wonderful. Alright, you see that? That's how it looks on the inside. You see that hole there? That fits only one way, and it's this way. So that hole goes into that hole right there. You see that? That goes into that hole right there. Boom. So make sure that's angled properly. Push these down hard. This is why you need to get that $15 rebate, because you shouldn't have to do all this. So yeah, push down hard, and then bam. Then put this back on. There's nothing to worry about that far down, alright? And boom. Now, it doesn't matter which way you put it on, but this part should probably touch this part down here. So, keep that in mind. Should pop on real easy. Alright, next. Make sure you plug this in first to make sure. It keeps aiming up. Why? It's so annoying. Alright. Taking this off one more time. Come on, just come off, thank you. Alright, put this on any way you can beforehand, just do it. There we go. Alright, it's in there now. I probably should have thought that through a little more. I feel like I could do it again, so put this around first, make sure it's the correct way. Alright, just that. Matter of fact, here, you can do that. That'll make it even easier. So you gotta do all of that. You have to put this around that, then put this in there, then finagle with this until all of them fit. Come on, there it is. Then you'll feel it go on there. Boom, that's on there. Alright, yep, make sure it's the right way with the board at the bottom. Fit that down there. Don't you dare come out. Don't you dare come out. Alright, now that's connected. That's doing its thing. We're gonna test it. Once you turn over the key, this will glow. Unfortunately, it's orange and not red, but whatever. Let me finish. Alright, with everything on there, the coin holder, it's going to have a little bit of resistance. So you might want to take all that extra wiring and try and push it over to the side. I just don't care now. Alright, so the lights are adjustable at the bottom, so I just need to make sure that they're pointed the same. So I'm going to investigate and then I'll show you. Is that a flicker?
That one's out. I knew it could go smoothly. Alright. Well, I can't do the thing, but I guess I'll eyeball it for now. Alright. Alright, they're both facing down, so it looks even to me. Oh, one more thing. Both the speakers work. I was listening to them and adjusting them before I did this, so the speakers are working. You'll hear them later. The front ones, you know. I'm gonna see real quick if it's a power issue and not a bulb out issue. I replaced the left one, not the right one. Nope. Okay, that one is definitely out. Since I got the camera rolling, the easiest way to take that out and that out on either side is to take out the two clips on this side and just reach in. You can get to it. This might make like 4 people happy. I used some tape and taped that up and took the battery cover out. You're welcome. Alright, aside from the fact that the car is dirty, these are both working. And are they aimed? Let's see. Yep. Well, that one's aimed higher. Looks like. Can't really see right now. Oh yeah, that one's definitely higher than the other. Reach under there and adjust it. Pardon me. Oh, Jesus. I done hit it with my head and everything. Good grief. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Before I really interrupted myself. For a half-assed job. Half-assed is a word. Half-ass is not, because that would be a ass cut in half, and what is that? I ran it right over the reservoir for the, what's this thing called? I could just say reservoir and be just fine.